Hello and welcome to the second part of the Advanced Malware Tactics video series. In the first part of this video, we discussed about the foundational concepts, some core concepts of Windows which are essential to understand the process injection techniques. And now in this part 2, we will take a brief introduction on process injection. It's going to be a very short video where we will just take an introduction on the process injection, and then in the third part, we will do a deep dive into the building blocks of process injection. So let's get started then. During a cyber attack, malicious actors, they often breach an organization's perimeter security with tactics like vulnerability exploitation and phishing. And now once the attackers are inside, they attempt to navigate the organization's network to escalate their privileges and then steal or encrypt the data for ransom. And that is what the common motto is. But once the attackers are inside, once they have gotten inside by exploiting some vulnerability or phishing email techniques, they are often faced with these sophisticated endpoint detection and response systems and other endpoint security softwares that are designed to identify and prevent this type of activity. So that is where then I say that the initial access, in my opinion, is very easy. Like the initial access into the network, you can get it very easily. When you compare it with the post-exploitation phase, you can get it via social engineering, you can get it via phishing emails, or by exploiting some public-facing applications, some vulnerability in it. But once you are inside, the post-exploitation phase, that stage is long. It's a long hike, where you have to actually stay in the network hidden, evade all the detection secured by the security softwares, and then create an impact. So the initial access, if we look at the MITRE matrix, there are these 10 techniques using which the attacker can take the initial access. It's the stage 1, and which is still very easy when you compare it with this long hike of these more than 10 stages that attacker has to take in the post-exploitation phase. So that's why I have this graphic here where I have written as hard work ahead. Now in this video we are going to discuss techniques that attackers use to evade the detection. We will not discuss all the techniques. This whole video series is based on discussing and knowing only one sophisticated detection evasion technique, that is process injection. The rest of the detection evasion techniques like key logging, man in the middle, exploiting software vulnerabilities, these are also detection evasion techniques which can be used in combination with process injection or alone as well. And there are many other detection evasion techniques as well. If you look at the MITRE matrix, then under defense evasion there are a total 43 techniques that are there to evade the defenses. But for our scope of this video series, we will focus on process injection. So process injection, then we will look at what is its role in malware operation and what is the process injection technique. So a very short overview: process injection is an evasion technique that is used to execute the arbitrary code in a target process. That is what the definition says. So when any process that runs in Windows, it gets assigned with a virtual address space, a protected virtual address space in which that process executes and the whole working is done there. But in a process injection, what the hacker tries to do is he tries to take hold of that virtual address space of another process and dump its code in that, and then get its code executed, and then get its work done on the behalf of another process, running your own code in the context of another process. So that is what process injection is. And there are these different types of process injection like shim injection, portable injection, DLL injection. DLL injection, we will discuss this in our part 4 with an example of QuakeBot. Process haloing injection is also one type of process injection technique. And then any process injection, it has these 3 building blocks, just like A roof always requires pillars to stand on it, no matter what the design of the no matter what the architectural design of the building or a house is. A roof will always require pillars in order to stand. In the same way, no matter which process injection type, these three building blocks are common in all process injection types. And how each process injection may use these building blocks in different ways or with different APIs, that may differ, but the overall concept of injecting the code into another process, that follows the same sequence. That is allocation, writing, and execution. Allocation is you reserve a space in another process. Writing is you write your code after that, and then execution is you get your code executed in another process using some execution technique, abusing some user mode API or kernel mode system call. Abusing that, you will get your code executed. We will talk a lot more in detail in part 3 about these building blocks. So don't worry, as we progress in the next video, you will get a much deeper dive on how these 3 building blocks make up the process injection. So for now, that's all in this video, in this short one, and I will see you in the next video then. In the next video then we will do a deep dive, a theoretical deep dive, not a practical, but a theoretical deep dive into understanding these 3 building blocks of process injection and how they work. Alright then, thank you. I'll see you in the next video.